Well, I have good news and I have bad news for you, my friends. I went to the post office to see if I could send one of the fruitcakes to Frederick that I'm sending to the new patrons, and I wanted him to have one, and I tried to send one to Leonardo in Australia, and it was $72. So I couldn't do that. And to Frederick, who's in Berlin, it was almost $30. So we talked about it, and we decided, and then we were going to save it for him, and then it turns out that they won't let Europeans come to America. They won't open up the eastern borders, only the southern borders. So I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, they still won't allow Europeans to come to America. So he can't come. So we decided that we would share it with you. So that's the good news part. Isn't that great? So I'm just going to get settled here, and then you can see what the fruitcake looks like when it's out of its wrapper. And because we've just been making it, but not actually seeing it cut open. So here we go. Here's the little box that was going to cost a lot to send, and now it's going to be fun for us to eat. I was so looking forward to him having it in Leonardo, because they both worked on this just as hard as I have, in a way, and then not to be able to share it. It's too bad, but it's so. Let me move this so I have a big shot at what we're doing here. So this is how we pack them, remember? And we had some little surprises in here. And just like in the one for the seasoned patrons, Patreon patrons, we have this. What is this now? Oh, this is a hymn. I think it's a different hymn. I'm not positive. What did I send to the new Patreon? I think I sent the same. Did I send the one with Day by Day the Manna Fell? Well, I could sing it to you, and then you can see. Okay, but the new Patreons haven't seen this, so if old Patreons have already received their gifts, just keep it still for the new Patreons. It goes, day by day the manna fell. Oh, to learn this lesson well, still by constant mercy fed. Give me, Lord, my daily bread. Day by day the promise reads, daily strength for daily needs. Cast foreboding tears away. Take the manna of today. Lord, my times are in thy hand. All my sanguine hopes have planned. To thy wisdom I resign, and would mold my will to thine. Last verse. Thou my daily task shall give, day by day to thee I live. So shall added years fulfill, not my own, my Father's will. So this is where our daily bread comes from, above. And then I think I already showed you this. This is a joke. And you can find the answer to the joke by opening up this little tab. And the joke is, what did the O say to the 8? Now I have to demonstrate this. See, what did the O say to the 8? nice belt. And you're supposed to think it's funny. And here's the answer, nice belt. Behind this little tab, it's stuck down. And then it's there. It's written in tiny words right there. And it sticks down again. Okay, so there we go. Okay, here is the wonderful, I hope, fruitcake. And this is actually going to be the first time I'll taste this batch, actually. So we'll see. Oh, and here's a little, this is one of our little cards that gives them a special offer at our buying something that they might want to buy something from of our work. And it's about flexibility, this rubber band that holds it together. And so, of course, that's what rubber bands are all about. But life is about flexibility. So now, move all this away. And ta-da! Let's see. I want to clear the way so you can see. We're going to see what it looks like. Remember, this is from the tin that I made by stomping on the round and making it an oval.
So here we go. And so we want to have more patrons so that we can move into new platforms that are very exciting. New ideas, new fresh thought. Okay, here we go. It takes a little bit of balance to get started here because it's so round. That's why I'm very slow at first. Okay, now it's getting... Okay, this is good.
So here it is. You want to come in and take a good look? I think I'll keep it over here where the light is so you can see it well. And normally I don't cut into the middle, but I want you all to see, the best of the cake. So doesn't this remind you of ancient times when their bread was really stiff and hard? Hopefully. Oh, you know what? I think there's a prize in here. That's why it's hard to cut. Oh dear. What am I doing to the prize? I forgot. Oh, I'll have to just be very careful. This is the challenge that you're going to have too. Okay, I'm going to try cutting over this side of it because I want to cut thin slices anyway. Oh no. Another one over here. It must have slid all the way over to the side. This is really funny. Okay, we're going to go down farther. I was wondering why I couldn't cut. Oh, I think there's another prize. I think I put about 4 prizes in each cake. Okay, so we'll find out what a prize is. This is the challenge that the new Patreons are going to have. They're going to see what it's like to be a real Patreon. Oh, yes. Ah! Okay, so this is where one of the prizes is. So I'm going to cut. I'll try to... Oh, there's just prizes everywhere. I forgot that I made so many prizes. Oh, no. Oh, well. Okay, now we're actually going to have a slice here coming up. A thin slice because the ones I made before I started making them for you, I cut them very thin. And in the window, but this one isn't so thin because I think I've run into another prize. No? No, maybe not. I'm going to try doing even thinner. Because I could cut it really thin and it would make it like a stained glass window when I held it to the light. Okay, this is really thin, but it's kind of falling apart. But look. Can you see? It's falling apart, but oh! Isn't it pretty? I love it when they're thin, but this one doesn't cut so well because I think it's been so interrupted with other intrusions of gifts. And when they're thicker, I don't think it shows. No, it doesn't really show, only in this part where it's thin. But when you get yours, when people get them, they can look at this video and they'll know to cut them thin. And I always eat it with a piece of cheese, but you don't have to. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. I think this is the best fruitcake I've ever had. Oh. I think it's because it's very buttery. And I'm sorry I made such a mess. You want to see a prize? There must be a prize in here somewhere. This is the end of the paper. Maybe it's just the nuts that... I don't see the prize in here. It must be over here somewhere. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, see, it's wrapped in paper. I hope I didn't break the prize. Here it is. Okay, he's been baked in a cake and he's still adorable. Look, I'll hold him to the light too. Can you see it? It's a little bear and a berry. A little tiny bear and a berry. And a little red tail. Okay, so we did get to see the prize. And see, here's the paper that he's wrapped in when he's baked in there. So he was all wrapped up, and that's what was holding us up from cutting it properly. Okay, well, anyway, I love doing this so much for people that I thought when we get new patrons, we're going to have to keep better track. So we're sure to have, you know, the newest ones. And when we get a block of new patrons, anybody who wants to be a Patreon patron, then we can make another surprise. And I already have an idea for it. It's pretty amazing. It's something I've never done before, and I think it's going to be a really fun surprise. So be watching for that, if not right away, but once we get a gathering of people. Like if we get, you know, like 40 or 30 people, then I can do that for you. And I hope you don't live, I want you to live in Japan and all the countries that we work with, but it's so expensive to ship. I may not be able to do the same thing for people who live in faraway countries, but I can do something extra special for them that's not so heavy as a big, heavy cake like this. Okay, my channel mammals, that is the end of this period of making things for the Patreons.